Hello everyone! So today you will see me fail, you will see me succeed. It's an interesting one. The first part of this is in the beginning of the week. We introduce the bridle and specifically the bit. And then later in the week we combine the bridle with the pressure on the bit and that with riding, and it's super exciting. It's a big step. We've only done that with Ruby so far. Next week will be a little more with Ruby. Sometimes it's easier to focus on one at a time with that kind of stuff. But here is one of my fails. Surprisingly, so usually the issue is the horse has their head too high in the air, which she tries to do that a little bit here too. But my problem was mostly they had their heads too close to the ground, and I was struggling there. Yeah, a little clumsy in that first try and second try, and then yeah, you know, that it wasn't going too perfectly, but that's okay. We were getting it.
Good girl.
I got it on there finally and realized I had it way too loose. I didn't want it to be too tight, and so I overdid it too loose, and she was pretty unhappy with that because it was clanking on her teeth. I really don't want to create any negative associations with things like the bridle or the bit, because those are really, really hard to fix. Much harder than if you just do it in a good way to start with. So, you can watch. This is where the attempt where it worked much better and was smooth and easy. Pretty simple. Went over her ears, and yeah.
She really is like curious about it, but also like must be a weird feeling.
And then lastly here, I had a little bucket of soaked mash ready for her. Soaked so that she doesn't get anything like caught under the bit. Usually you don't really want to feed them when the bit is in, but we really want to create that positive association of, oh, I come out, bridle goes on, I get my favorite food, and then I get to go back in my pen. And it's pretty simple. And they get treats as a reward. So yeah. Now it's Ruby's turn. I'll let you watch that. I didn't end up having an issue with Ruby because I was a little smarter there and learned from my experience with Ella, and I left the reins on because the reins give me a way of kind of bringing the horse over to me, and yeah, that makes it a lot easier. She did great.
Bless you.
Either, but when it's the first time, you just try to let them.
Yeah, that's relax. What I remember them not being supposed to eat.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal while she's like feeling it though.
Yeah, good
Flip
girl.
that camera around too so you can see what you're looking at here.
Let's see.
Good girl. She loves a good scratch here. Look at those ears, yeah. Like that a little further. Yeah, it looks really pretty on her though.
Hi, Lucy. Hello.
This is the second time bridling Ruby, and the first attempt went really nicely. Here I am introducing flexions to Ruby and the pressure on the bit a little bit, asking her just to turn her head to that. But yeah, just teaching her first to give to that little bit of pressure. Then after that, we will bring in a lunge line and do some turning around to that. The step after that, which we're not going to do this week, but will be part of next week's training, is going to be ground driving, but that'll be in next week's video. There you go. And at the teensiest turn, drop all the pressure. Good. So she turns, so drop all the pressure. All the pressure goes away. There you go. She's not going to do that a couple times. She's catching on.
He needs out.
The back.
Hi.
Good girl. Big King is big.
They're all done. Good job.
It's so cool to me how quickly they pick these things up. It's just amazing. They learn so fast. Right behind you, Ruby. So you've seen me do this with the lead rope. So she knows this exercise. Come on. Good girl.
Okay, let's do a little shade, okay?
Around. Just very softly and lightly. And she's learning to turn to that rain pressure. Good girl. Now I'm going to switch sides and do it again. Come all the way up to her head a little bit more. Oh yeah, there you go.
Trying to get the rope straight so we're not fumbling here.
Wise, good. As long as it's not wrapped around you in any way, shape, or form. Good. So a little lower, keep it a little lower than the stirrup though. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. Up. Soon. More gentle. And away from her head a little bit, because she thinks you want her right by her head. There you go. To teach her to move off of that very light pressure.
Lucy, you're so good. I need to let her put on.
Oh yeah. You're good for now. There you go. Little pull.
Girl, yes, good girl.
Oh, keep reeling it in. There you go. Careful of that. It's the thing you want to be most careful of so she doesn't step on it and pull on herself and hurt herself. Excellent. If you feel ready, like stand in the stirrup for a minute first. Good. Stand in the stirrup first. Ooh. Ooh.
You haven't taught her whoa yet, that's why.
And after that was time for Ruby's, I believe, third ride. This is where we're starting to translate the bit cue from the halter cue. In other words, taking that groundwork and showing her how that bit thing is the same thing. She's got an entire stinking branch in her mouth right there, my goodness. But yeah, she was awesome, and I'll just let you watch. It went really well.
You're gonna teach her whoa now. And all I want you to do to whoa her is that much pressure.
Okay.
And then release the second she slows down. So I'm gonna walk her. I want you to give the cues and I'm gonna listen to you. Say walk on and squeeze slightly.
Walk on.
Good girl. Don't steer yet. 5 to 8 pounds pressure.
Good girl, yes.
Whenever you're ready, say that.
Good girl,
Good
yes.
girl.
Yes, good girl. Good girl. Walk on.
So right now we're just translating it from what she understands and knows well, the lead rope, to the bridle in a way that she can easily understand.
I need to show you something, guys.
Say whoa.
Oh, you said whoa. You said it.
She stopped. Grass.
You didn't stop though. Okay. So you can't say it.
I'll say 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Or you can just say it and I'll move with it, but. I want you to shorten your reins a little. So what you can do is have it in one hand, slide your other hand down under if you're going to want to have it. Because she's going to need that little bit of pressure to understand. And walk on.
So
Squeeze.
slide it like that.
Yeah, if you want to, so that you have a little bit of contact for that whoa. Just go ahead and squeeze, say walk on.
Good girl, yes.
Ready, set, go.
Sassy over there.
I said go.
Hard.
Go.
There
Ready,
you go.
set, go.
Good. I didn't put any pressure
Good girl.
I said ready, set, go. Mom.
on me. All right, I'm going to walk with you now. And I want you to give the cues, but I'm going to still be walking. I'm still kind of a crutch to her because she's used to a loose, light pressure. Okay, got a nice
Walk on.
She's just gonna follow me. Yeah, exactly. Just light. Just pull up a tiny bit. She's right. Yeah, she can think about.
Come here.
There you go. The second her feet stop moving, she learns to release pressure.
Girl, yes.
Girl. She does what you want. Release any of the pressure. Right. Walk on.
Walk on.
Ruby did so well, and unfortunately, right after this next stop, we checked the time and realized that it was 10 till the barn closes. Our barn closes really early at 7, so we have only about an hour to get out there, do all the chores and any training we want to do on a work day, and then be out. And so that's all the footage we have for today, but thanks for watching.